Hi, I'm Lauren Sensick, Metro's new CEO, and I'm delighted to be sharing this special moment, the launch of Bus Rapid Transit in Omaha, with you today. Ensuring the safest possible experience for all Metro riders is our #1 priority. This is obviously not how we imagined we would be celebrating Orbit's first ride, but it's one way we knew that we could all get together as we share a few words in honor of everything we have accomplished together. Thank you all for being a part of this incredible journey. I hope you will ride Orbit soon and experience this safe and stellar service for yourself. And so, we welcome you to Orbit. Orbit is the result of many organizations and individuals who have come together to make Bus Rapid Transit happen. Our community took the time to fully understand needs, priorities, and opportunities, and then came together to make it happen.
This will really be a unique step for our region in experiencing high-quality transit. It's going to be more convenient for people to use. As you look at the corridor and just the major destinations that it connects, whether it be UNO or the Med Center or shopping, a lot of the employment downtown, Dodge Street really is kind of the spine of Omaha, so it's really important that we have high-quality transit on there. But our hope is that people will experience this, and that will be kind of a first step towards expanding transit and connecting people throughout our region. We think that people experiencing Orbit and getting on and riding and seeing what high quality transit is like will be a first step towards improving transit and transportation throughout our region. So really excited about that possibility and look forward to riding Orbit in the future. I think it was important that we had, out of all those plans, we had strong leadership at Metro to take those plans forward. So Metro, obviously MAPA, we were happy to be part of that, City of Omaha, and then a lot of neighborhood groups, philanthropic organizations all came together to work to make this project a reality.
Here at Metro, our mission is to connect community through good quality transit. We know that good quality transit means a good quality city. We could not be more excited about Orbit, and the board is fully invested in its success. It's been an honor to watch staff execute on this project, and we know that this is a project that will mark a new era in transit for Omaha.
We had built a broad-based coalition of support when we submitted our Tiger application back in 2014, and that kind of set the stage for us to kind of gear up and get the staff ready and put people in position to make this whole project happen. The whole project is really a tribute to the staff here at Metro. They've done a great job. They've really stepped up. I think the people of Omaha are going to really respond positively to this. It's an incredible upgrade in transit service in the city of Omaha. I think you're going to love it. I'm going to be one of the first passengers on it, and I hope to see you on there. Thanks.
From us at the Chamber, congratulations to everybody who has been really leading this charge for so long. And thank you for everything that you've done to make this move forward. So if you look at communities around the country where mass transit has been a normal way for people to move, they've seen a couple of things happen. First off, mass transit, an effective mass transit system has been shown to be a magnet for young people who really would rather not have to own a car in a large metro area, maybe not have to pay for parking of that car either at home or in the office area. So mass transit has been looked upon by a lot of the millennials and young professionals as a way to get to and from work and as almost a necessary function within their quality of life definition. And I think for companies then, that makes a big difference too, because retaining employees and attracting employees is really the #1 issue that companies pay attention to when they're trying to figure out where they're going to keep their companies, where they're going to expand their operations. So for us to be able to have an expanded mass transit system in Omaha should be both a magnet for talent, both retention-wise as well as attracting new talent, and a way for us to show our companies that we are concerned about them and their ability to attract great talent and to expand their businesses here in this market.
We certainly wouldn't be celebrating today without those who stepped up to fund, educate, share the vision, and build a solid base of support for this monumental project. The Orbit concept, which was based on extensive technical analysis and public outreach efforts, amounted to the most substantial transit investment we could make as an agency. In 2014, we applied for a federal Tiger Grant, which amounted to about half of the project cost. We were one of 797 eligible applications, and we were thrilled to learn that we were among only 72 agencies to win a grant from that year's extremely competitive program.
Our regional office for Federal Transit Administration is in Kansas City, and our regional administrator is Makti Ahmad. And our regional office was outstanding in the assistance that they provided Metro, and they too need to be commended for all the help that they've given us in getting this project on the street. These Tiger Grants are very important, not just for Omaha and this particular project, but for the nation as a whole.
This is where Omaha's amazing philanthropic strength comes in. With partners like the Peter Kiewit Foundation, the Sherwood Foundation, Metropolitan Utilities District, the Nebraska Environmental Trust, and others, Orbit started to coming into view.
The Sherwood Foundation was proud to be one of the investors in the Orbit project because we see it as a launching pad for connectedness in Omaha. We want to see West and East connected just as much as we want to see North and South connected, and we have to start somewhere, and this is just the beginning. I personally cannot wait until we can test out the Orbit Transit for work, for going to events downtown. We are so excited about the possibility that Orbit is bringing to Omaha, and we know we're just getting started. So congratulations to everyone for getting this off the ground.
I'd like to start by offering Metro our congratulations for bringing the bus rapid transit system to fruition. At MUD, we've been working for the last 10 years in earnest to develop facilities and infrastructure for supporting the use of compressed natural gas in transportation. There are many reasons to support that, but most importantly, CNG reduces carbon dioxide emissions and greenhouse gases, which is certainly right on track with our stewardship goals at MUD. Not only do we have a major portion of our fleet running on CNG, Metro has now been able to utilize CNG in part of their fleet. And what we're talking about here today is the effort to use it in the bus rapid transit system. At MUD, part of our sustainability goals are not only to promote efficiencies and stewardship in transportation internally, but when we can be a community partner and promote those things to benefit our community at large, it's a win-win for everyone. I'd like again to congratulate the entire community and especially Metro for this well worth the effort project, and we look forward to even bigger and better things in the future.
The board and the staff of the Nebraska Environmental Trust wants to congratulate the city of Omaha and the Metro for their Orbit system. Our initial investment was a little over $1 million in the engineering and the CNG articulated buses that will serve Omaha for years. Orbit will encourage additional riders and reduce individual vehicle use, and traffic congestion in downtown Omaha along Dodge Street will be greatly reduced. The reduced stops, modern buses, and platforms will encourage new riders. Since the buses are using compressed natural gas, pollutants will be greatly reduced and air quality will be improved in the metro area. One of the Nebraska Environmental Trust funding categories is air quality, and this project falls directly into that arena. Omaha has good air quality, and projects like this will help us to maintain and improve Omaha's air quality into the future.
Orbit represents a substantial shift in how Metro delivers transit service. As we explore future service options, Orbit opens the door to additional Orbit routes and other different service types for the future. This also required a substantial investment in our team, our internal efforts and processes, and we were encouraged by great participation from the community.
The planning department, along with the support of the mayor's office, we were able to institute and put into place some changes to our zoning code and our master plan through the city council process that will help development build on the ridership that will come along with the BRT. When we did that, we took into consideration the existing land uses, what was appropriate, what was not. So we think the plan that we put together will benefit the BRT. Orbit is just an extension of the already great relationship we have with Metro. We have partnered with Metro for a number of decades with our land use policies and their transportation plans. Our master plan calls for a variety of transportation options. BRT is just another one of those options that we see benefiting the city. We also hope that we will see future BRT routes, and we will surely partner with Metro on those future routes and how we can, again, amend our land use, some of our policies to fit their transportation plan.
We anticipate that ridership on Orbit will reduce the amount of single vehicle along this busiest street within the city. With fewer vehicles comes less congestion, more reliable travel times, and the street capacity to allow for denser development on this major corridor. So Public Works Department and Metro have been a cooperating partner since the onset of this project, and we want Orbit to be successful. So we've implemented a number of things. One is to upgrade our traffic signals to allow for improvement in vehicle movement. We've made changes to City Code to allow for the increased size of the buses, and also to allow for bus-only travel lanes. We've also worked and implemented options for Orbit riders with the scooters and B-Cycle. So Dodge Street has a fixed number of lanes, and success of Orbit will hopefully allow for easier and seamless journey for all users in the future. And lastly, the success of Orbit will allow us to partner with Metro to expand along the Dodge Street corridor and potentially other corridors to utilize bus rapid transit.
Public input has been integral to the project to this point. From the decision to pursue bus rapid transit, station design, bus layout, and even the brand, which was a local suggestion, were shaped by feedback from the community.
Orbit has been a truly collaborative effort from the start with our community. We've had the opportunity to meet with dozens of neighborhood associations, nonprofits, advocacy groups, public agencies, and literally thousands of people to talk about this project and help give it direction. Public input has been essential to this project from the start, from the decision to pursue bus rapid transit in the first place, to the station design, vehicle layout, and even the brand. These elements were all shaped by input from the community. We have had an extremely engaged stakeholder committee from the start of the project. We've had 40 people that have consistently stepped up and stepped in to help shape and guide and direct this project. And to the Orbit Stakeholder Committee, thank you so much for your participation.
Orbit is an enormous accomplishment on its own, but beyond that, it's an important signal about our vision and commitment to the region's future. It's the biggest transit investment this community has seen in decades, and it's part of a larger conversation about how our future generations will live and thrive here. But don't take my word for it.
Take mine. The City of Omaha is working with Metro and many other key community resources to ensure we remain one of the best cities to live, learn, work, and raise families. High-quality transit options are critical for a growing city like ours. Orbit is part of our vision to provide a transportation system that is safe, citizen-focused, efficient, and well-managed. Modern, reliable transit supports every one of our priorities that ensure our future growth and vitality. Public safety, job growth, and economic development, and an improved experience for our customers, the people who live here and visit. Orbit will improve connections to employment, education, and entertainment. It will reduce traffic congestion and parking needs. It will increase development along the route and make Omaha more economically competitive. And it will attract and retain young professionals.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our sincerest thanks go to the many, many people who have helped make the biggest transit dream in decades into a reality. I hope you will grab a mask and experience stellar transit for yourself. It all starts tomorrow morning.
It's called Orbit. And it's really out there.